Hey guys, just finished watching Flash, Season 5, Episode 21, The Girl with the Red Lightning. What an interesting episode. We start off this episode with kind of Thawne, and we see that his time is up and he's about to get executed and stuff, which is interesting that they bring the electric chair thing in to him type things, that I bring him to the electric chair, but I guess... but when you need a lot, something super duper for someone like him who's, can absorb lightning. But we see that Nora and Cicada 2 are still connected and stuff, so they bring that up in this episode. And there was one point where, they're trying to give all these metahumans this cure at CCPD and stuff, and we're going to be slammed with metahumans, and there are 20 metahumans that show up. Okay, it's a little bit, but if you count the people in the frames, there's 20 people there, 20 metahumans. And that includes the people that were already there, which is okay, well, that's not really a lot of people in a city that seems like it could be the size of, a really big, it's a big average size city, pretty big city is what it seems like for this city. So it seems like, there should be a bit more than 20 people. And even later on, Iris even says, it's hundreds of people there. And it's there's 20 people there, and it's kind of a bit silly that they don't get through any of those people at all. There's still just 20 people every time we see that. So I don't know. I guess that's part of the budget problems, that they can't have actual 20 extras doing nothing on set, or more than 20 extras actually have the numbers that they stated they have. But it's just something I noticed there. We see Barry, he finds, he goes to find one of the lab stuff with the last piece that Cicada 2 needs to kill every metahuman and stuff, and he goes to a lab, a warehouse, and there he gets there, and she's already been there. She left the bomb from him, and it's 2, 1, it explodes, right? He should have been able to grab that bomb, zip outside of the building, and leave it, grab that bomb, zip out to the middle of the ocean, wherever, and say it's supposed to be on the coast or whatever, but we have seen him throw bombs out in the ocean before. We saw that way back in Season 1. I think at early episodes, we saw him having to take a bomb and go out in the middle of the ocean to drop it there, instead of it being near the city and stuff. So he should have been able to do this. We've seen a whole episode that took place in 2 or 3 seconds, and he stretched it through a whole episode. I think he stretched a few hours is what it looked like it spent, that Flash Time episode that we saw. Was it last season or something like that? It might have been this season. I forget. Probably not. It's probably last season or something. But so after doing that, he should have been able to spot this. He should have been able to be faster than this and be able to grab this and move it faster than he was looking for. Or maybe have time to kind of, he sees it, goes off, he opens it up, 1, 0, it explodes, and you see it slowly explode while he collects everything, very much Quicksilver style from the second Quicksilver scene in the most recent one, the Apocalypse and stuff, where the mansion explodes and stuff, and he's trying to save everyone before the explosion. They could have easily done that scene like that. I understand it's expensive to do that, but just saying that he should have been able to catch everything. We should have seen it not have to go at his speed all the time, because that's expensive to do, and it takes a way longer to do. And know that the Quicksilver, when they do that for those movies, he's always long. He ends up filming more, he spends more time on set than anyone else, because of those scenes take so long to film and stuff. It's CGI and all that stuff, put it together. So they could have had it and showed us kind of the explosion go off and him kind of zipping around as the explosion slowly goes off. You're not really seeing it. You're just seeing the explosion go at slow speed, not super slow as the way he would see it, but kind of you're seeing his lightning zip around as if he's checking the room before it gets completely exploded away, type thing. We could have seen that. That could have been really easy to do it that way. We see that Nora ends up connecting herself to Cicada 2 to try and force him connected to see what's going on there. And I think that was kind of interesting, dealing with that. And they also bring up some kind of stuff that, the parents, Iris and Barry don't want her to be in danger and all that stuff. But it really just kind of comes out of nowhere, really. There's they're not trusting her, and then all of a sudden there's this, and it's just kind of, they've let her do some stuff before. And yeah, she was a bit rash at the beginning when she was first joined this season and stuff, but it just seems a bit out of nowhere. It just seems a bit like we haven't seen it before, and they're just using it in this episode to kind of slow the plot down for the storyline, so that we can not save it for the end of the episode and have one more episode. So I don't know. I feel like they could have teased this up if this is what they wanted to do. Pre-plan this, not in writing this one scene, not in writing this one episode. Pre-plan it by teasing it early on in the other scene, setting it up in other episodes. That way, when it comes to here, it doesn't feel like a plot device just to slow down this one episode. It feels more like, oh yeah, they actually are, worried about her safety type thing as much as she has, and they're not putting her in danger and stuff. Where it seems like just a little bit too much focus on it than they have been in other episodes throughout the season. So we see Sherlock end up sending Renee Alder to a different Earth just to keep her safe and stuff. So that'll be interesting to see what goes with that and how things continue on with that. If she ends up, just to find out about other Earths and all that stuff, where things are going to go with her. It's going to be quite interesting to see that. And then we get Cisco, says True Believer, I guess a reference to Stan Lee and stuff, which is pretty interesting. I'm not sure if it's the first one since Stan Lee's passing or anything like that, which I think if so, then it's an obvious nod and a great way to give some respect to him, to someone who's helped create this industry. And without someone like Stan Lee, his effect is so big that even the competition has felt it. And I think that's an awesome kind of nod to that. If this is what it is, the first time they've had a Marvel reference since his passing, which could be interesting there. And then we see that the dagger, we find out that the dagger is part of Thawne's plan. We see that in the future, he's the one who has the dagger, even though Cicada 2 never had the dagger. And we end the episode with Ralph Fiennes trying to stop Flash from pulling from shooting the dagger with the mirror gun, which is actually reminds me a lot of which I think it's actually Mirror Master's mirror gun from the comics and stuff. So I think that's really interesting seeing that there. So definitely can't wait to see as to where things go with this. The trailer shows all kinds of stuff, but it's really too jumbling to see what's going to happen in there. And it's a season, the way it's always the last episode. You can never really trust the trailer since there's so much is going to be happening there. So definitely can't wait to see what happens. So let me know what you think, guys, about this episode in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
I'm Captain America, here to talk to you about one of the most valuable traits a soldier or student can have.
Subscribing.
Sometimes subscribing is the key to victory. Sometimes it leads to very little, and it seems like it's not worth it. And you wonder why you waited so long for something so disappointing. How many more of these?
You're still here.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Peace.
It's over.